I'm Nikki.
I'm Nick.
And together we're Nikki Nick.
Hello.
Today we're going to be reacting to top 10 things you never knew about Coraline. And this was published just back in December, so it's pretty recent, which makes me super excited that people are still talking about Coraline because it is probably my favorite movie in the entire world.
That's scary.
And
I just saw it for the first time
yes,
a couple days ago.
Finally, yeah, you saw the whole thing.
A week and a half ago.
Yeah,
maybe?
I'd say so.
Saw it for the first time. I really liked it, but it kicks in my empathy kind of emotion. Like, I felt really bad.
For her?
For certain, like the boy.
Poor boy in the other world.
I was like, is this really rated PG? But it was really good. I really liked it, but it was kind of, I'm not going to lie, it did kind of scare me a little bit.
I keep that DVD in my DVD player. It's the only one that I've ever had in there, and I will continuously play on loop. I used to, when I had it in my old house, I used to actually fall asleep to the movie. So then when I wake up, that creepy little song at the beginning would play, and I would just be like, what's going on? But then I'd remember that I got the DVD playing. So I'm excited to see, watch this video because I want to know if it's like 10 things that I really did miss watching it. So you ready?
Have you ever watched conspiracy theories or anything about it?
Nope. So I'm waiting to see what's going on.
This movie's still very fresh since we just watched it, and I've only seen it once, so.
I couldn't even tell you how many times I've seen it. You ready?
Yep.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Big secrets wait behind that small door in the wall. Welcome to MsMojo.
Still blows
Today
my mind
we'll
it
be
was
counting
stop
down our
motion.
picks for the top 10 things you never knew about Coraline. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
Ding.
For this list, we're taking a look at interesting trivia regarding this 2009 stop-motion animated film. Number 10, there's a Chernobyl reference.
And I am the amazing Bobinsky.
Sergei Alexander Bobinsky is one of the strangest characters in the film, which is saying a lot.
Call me Mr. B.
Coraline's upstairs neighbor is something of a mystery, although you can piece his puzzling past together based on his appearance. Mr. B wears a medal that reads 4A3C, which indicates Chernobyl's nuclear power plant. The text additionally states participant in the cleanup campaign. This particular medal was awarded to individuals who helped deal with the fallout of the 1986 Chernobyl nuclear disaster. The radiation from this disaster might explain why Mr. B has blue skin, not to mention why his personality is so eccentric.
The mice asked me to give you message.
It goes to show how the littlest details can tell a character's whole backstory.
That's crazy.
Number 9, the movers are based on 2 real people. The 2 men that helped Coraline's family move into the Pink Palace had a much greater impact than you might have realized. They're Van Reed's Ramft Brothers Moving Company, which is a reference to Jeremy Ramft and Joe Ramft. The movers are even modeled after these real-life brothers, who worked with director Henry Selick on The Nightmare Before Christmas and James and the Giant Peach. Joe's life was tragically cut short when he died in a car accident in 2005. Selick described Joe as the story giant of our generation, and Tim Burton's Corpse Bride was even dedicated to his memory. Jeremy, meanwhile, works as a character sculptor and voice actor at Pixar. Number 8, Laika auctioned off all their puppets in 2015. From Coraline to Paranorman and the Box Trolls, Laika has dished out one stop-motion success after another. In 2015, 1 year before the release of Kubo and the Two Strings, the production company auctioned off the puppets, sets, and props from their first 3 feature films. Coraline's evil other mother was a top seller, going for just above $50,000.
Okay, well,
another other mother puppet sold for $25,000, while a Blue Star sweater Coraline went for almost $24,000. Overall, the collection brought in over $1 million, a portion of which was donated to the Art of Elysium, a charity that encourages artists and communities in need to join together and emotionally triumph over their circumstances through art. Number 7, time and materials. Whether it's 2D or 3D, animation is always a lengthy, arduous process. You have to be especially patient when it comes to stop motion, though. Coraline took 18 months to shoot, and that's not even including the 2 years that went into pre-production. To create a single puppet, a team of 10 people worked for 3 to 4 months. It's not like there's just one puppet per character either. For the film's titular heroine, the filmmakers had to create 28 different puppets of various sizes, although the one that was primarily used stood at 9.5 inches. Plus, over 130 sets were constructed across 52 stages, spanning 183,000 square feet, which broke a record for a stop-motion animated feature. Number 6. The shopping scene was almost cut. The scene where Coraline and her mother go uniform shopping stands out as one of the few moments.
Please don't cut anything, you know?
Yeah.
It's like they could have taken so long.
The producers originally wanted it scrapped from the final product, but
I'm glad they left it
to
in.
keep the scene in. While it had already been established that Coraline and her mother have a somewhat strenuous dynamic, Selig felt the scene added something extra to their relationship.
Put them back. My other mother would get them.
It's also one of the final moments the two share together before Coraline's parents go missing. Furthermore, the scene has a nice payoff later on when Coraline's mom buys her daughter the glove she wanted, demonstrating the loving bond between them. Number 5. Where did that ketchup stain come from? While the shopping sequence ultimately made it in, another notable scene ended up on the cutting room floor. When Coraline is finally reunited with her real parents, the family spends some quality time together. As Coraline's father plays with his daughter's stuffed octopus, it's easy to overlook the ketchup stain on his shirt. The stain is given no explanation in the finished film, although a deleted moment offers us an idea. It's briefly mentioned that the family had pizza for dinner, which means Mr. Jones must have spilt a little tomato sauce.
And they cut it. Weird.
That's interesting that someone
Number 4,
she makes
real-world
mud.
sets were designed to be flat. You know how the Wizard of Oz starts off in a sepia tone, but transitions to Technicolor when Dorothy opens the door to Munchkin Land? Coraline did something similar. To create a contrast between the real world and the other world, the production team purposely made Coraline's realm flat and depressing. When Coraline travels through the small door, however, we're thrust into a seemingly more inviting world full of color and wonder. This is especially apparent when you watch the film in 3D, putting an even greater emphasis on the other world's eye-popping visuals. The shift made it clear that Coraline wasn't in Kansas anymore, though she comes to learn that there's no place like home. Number 3, why they never appeared in the book. Coraline is based on a 2002 children's novella by Neil Gaiman. As with virtually any adaptation, the film made a few changes from its source material. In the book, the entrance to the other
I feel like
world is large and wooden.
he was a big character
It
though.
shrinks it down to the size of that door from being John Malkovich. The filmmakers also added several elements, such as the ragdoll the other mother creates to spy on Coraline. Perhaps the most significant addition is Wyborn Lovat, who didn't appear in the book, but who the filmmakers felt Coraline could play off of to avoid having her talk to herself for much of the movie.
Ooh, let me guess. You're from Texas or Utah, someplace
I really like
dry.
YB. I think he was a great character.
They Might Be Giants wrote an
It's a good idea
unused
for them
soundtrack.
to switch on talk to herself.
Bruno Coulet's musical score played a key role in setting the film's creepy yet whimsical tone. Initially, though, They Might Be Giants were enlisted to work on the soundtrack for Coraline. The alternative rock group wrote numerous songs, but Selig felt their music didn't quite fit the tone he was going for. While most of their songs were cut, the other father's piano solo was used in the finished film.
That's cool.
Band member John Linnell even provides the character's singing voice. They Might Be Giants have expressed interest in releasing all the unused songs from Coraline. As a matter of fact, the song Careful What You Pack actually came from their work on the film. Before we get to our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
When she comes around exploring, Mom and I will never ever make it boring. Our eyes will be on Coraline.
What?
She spied on our lives through the little doll's
That's cool.
saw that we weren't happy.
Number 1, it was originally going to be live action.
What?
While Dakota Fanning was attached to play Coraline pretty much from the beginning, the film was going to be done in live action before Laika entered the mix. Selig felt the project would work better as an animated feature. Part of this had to do with the black cat, which Selig thought might come off as too gimmicky and scary in live action. When it was decided that the film would take the animated route, Selig had his heart set on utilizing stop motion. With CG animation dominating the market, stop motion would give Coraline a distinctive look. Fanning was excited by the idea of voicing an animated character, and watching the finished film proved very rewarding for her.
It's not just, certain things that, pop out at you. It's kind of the whole thing. You feel like you're kind of in it, and I really, really like that.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from
How
MsMojo and subscribe for
interesting.
new
What
videos
did you
every day.
think?
Oh, I love learning about, like, when I'm interested in something that much.
I was in learning mode.
Yeah, me too. So I didn't speak very much, but I feel like that was pretty informative, and I really like the fact that they said about his son voicing some of the characters. Was it Henry, his son, voicing some of the characters? I think that's pretty cool that they did that.
It is really cool. There was there's a new movie coming out. It's from the guys that made Wallace and Gromit, Stone Age movie or something.
Yeah.
We gotta see that.
Yeah. Well,
I gotta check to see when it's coming out.
Like, ever since I watched Wallace and Gromit, I've always been interested in stop motion because I feel like it's such a unique...
crazy how fluent they make it.
Exactly, and it just, the amount of patience you have to do something like that is like beyond me. I wouldn't be able to do it because that's such a long time.
To just patience.
Be like doing slight
Don't
adjustments.
Mess up.
Exactly. It's just like even the littlest thing could screw everything up. So I feel like, you know, it always impresses me so much. So then when Coraline came out, it's just kind of got like that dark feel that I really like, but then also I feel like it tells a pretty, you know, neat story.
Well, I wonder if they know, like, if they move something too much, and then if they go away, they're like, what motion was it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, were they like, am I going up again? Did this move with this?
You probably have to...
with this? You know, like this. They're doing that.
You have to know exactly how someone's doing whatever they're doing in order to capture it correctly, but I feel like with all these professionals, they probably know and have done it so long that they got exactly how they got to do whatever. But I'm sure that there's probably quite a few screw-ups. I mean, the fact that it drives me like crazy thinking about the fact that they had to delete some scenes, because it's just like, I'm sure those scenes probably took forever to film, and it's just like, it feels like in some part wasted material, but at the end of the day I feel like Coraline was such an amazing movie that you know, all of their hard work definitely paid off. I feel like it's a very unique movie in and of itself, because
I didn't realize they added YB.
I didn't either. That's very interesting.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, I feel like he was probably one of my favorite characters from the story, just because, especially in The Other World, how he's, you know, pulls her out of the behind the mirror and tries to help her. I feel like it was scary, but I think that he was a really important character for her. So I really enjoyed that, and I'm interested to actually watch more of like things you didn't know about other movies. So if you guys have any suggestions, please leave in the comments below. And if you guys want to see more of us, make sure to check out the description box below. Let's go to Snapchat and Instagram. Make sure to subscribe.
And as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for support. Thanks for the love. We love you guys. Have a good day. Bye!